What's up, gang? So there's been a lot of requests for me to make a video of the way that I do my organization, because I do something completely different from what you all are trained on, because when we started, we didn't have trainers. We just had to figure it out. So the organization that I've created and the way that I deliver is a little bit different. And I feel like in a lot of ways, it's less confusing because it doesn't require shelves or stickers or any of that stuff. It's literally just run off your itinerary and off your labels. And so I'm going to show you how I'm just going to organize this real quick. It should take 2 seconds, and then you'll see how I run this. And there's no time spent or wasted worrying about like over organizing your van or any of that stuff. Obviously, when you have 20 totes versus 2, that's a bigger deal. But for right now, let's just go over exactly how I split this stuff up. I don't have shelves in this van, so obviously I'm gonna use the back floor from the rear as my shelf and basically work it that way. So let's go ahead and run back there and I'll show you how it's done. All right, so I just picked up this bag as a rescue from somebody, and I'm gonna use this to show you exactly what it is I do with a single tote. So I work all this right out of the back. Obviously, I would look on my Rabbit and swipe up and make sure that I know this is my next bag, and then I come through here and I just give myself all of this space to make sure that this is my entire shelf right here, and I just work right out of here. I don't have to jump out of the van after this. There's no steps for me. I'm literally just on the ground, not getting hurt. So I'm gonna take this entire bag and break it out. This bag got something like 30 packages in it, which kind of sucks. But all I'm gonna do is run through here and separate them all by street name. So those are Laurel Lane. This is Saddleback Circle. And I'm just gonna take the entire tote and do this exact same thing all the way through and make sure that now I know that Bridlewood's over here, and Laurel Lane's over there, and Saddleback Circle is here. And I'm just gonna keep doing this. Bridlewood. I'm not trying to organize them by street number or anything else, just the street name. All right, and then we got a new one, so I'll make a third pile or a fourth pile and make that Hawthorne over there. Right, and I just keep doing this. Now, the trick to this is always making sure you're looking ahead in your Rabbit. So I'm gonna keep going. Boop, boop, boop. Saddleback was here. This takes about a minute, right? So it's not super difficult. This one is definitely a heavier bag than I've seen in a little while. So that's an interesting part. But otherwise, this is pretty much standard for what I do. So I'm gonna sit here, break this whole thing down. And now I've basically got 4 piles, all organized by street, but all separated by street. And now I know that when I go ahead and go into my Rabbit for my first stop, I'll know exactly where I need to look to grab my package. And the trick to this is to make sure that once you've picked up the package and delivered it, you come back here and find the next package before you take off. So I'm always, what is that, Bridlewood? This one. I'm always one step ahead. Saddleback, boom. Bridlewood. This tote wasn't ideal because it's super full, but heavier packages go to the back and create a wall. Now I use that empty tote, and that's like my wall, so nothing else will slide around. And now I've got everything organized just like this. So now I know that Bridlewood Lane is the next one on my list. So 2620 Bridlewood. So boom, 2620, there's my package. When it's a box like that, I just leave it back here, come back and grab it, so I'm not trying to put bulky stuff up at the front of the van. But if it's an envelope, I'll go ahead and take that one and probably the next couple and stash them all up at the front, so I know that while I'm on Bridlewood Lane, boom, 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 I'm just getting all that stuff knocked out. In fact, I'm probably just gonna go ahead right now and take all of these up and assume that Bridlewood Lane is where I'm gonna be first. So now I'm gonna deliver this package. This is a split delivery, so one goes here and one goes across the street. I'm gonna go ahead and hit scan packages. 7548 is that guy right there. Boom. So that's it. Continue with one package. So now I'm splitting it up. I'm putting it on the front door. I make sure it doesn't have too many shadows in it, my reflection, any of that stuff. Take a perfect picture. Ooh, it's pretty. Use the photo, swipe to finish. Now I go find the other guy. Now, before I get back in there and start to drive away, I go to the back of my van. See how I left the van open? Make sure you're being safe about this, by the way. Now I know I've got 2 more packages, and they're both Pine Ridge Terrace. Check it out. Boom. 76, 76, 1, 2. These guys are gonna come with me. I'm gonna hit start travel.
Navigation started. Head south on Pine Ridge Terrace.
And now I'm off to do my next delivery. It's that easy. So the first thing I'm never gonna do is be trying to find a package in my tote. It's all outside of the tote and organized by street name. So now I don't have to look very far. I know Pine Ridge is all over here. Vista Loop is over here. And Buffalo Trail. Okay, so right there, bang. So now I'm gonna use that just as a wall so things don't slide around here, but then once it's empty and all this is cleared out, I'll move it over there, and that'll be the first tote that I use to pack up the rest of my totes, so it's automatically right by the door. When you go to RTS, you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to move them around or reorganize. It's already there. So it's super easy for me to do it this way. Now, instead of needing shelves or any of that stuff, instead of loading my first tote here, I load it to the back and work everything else in, so my last tote is closest to me behind the seat. And then I just go ahead and work out of the back. I'm not jumping in and out of the van multiple times. I only jump out the side door, which also has a step, and it's easy to do so I don't hurt my ankle. And I can work right off the back. That entire back open, when both doors are open, I have a huge shelf right there for myself and nothing else to worry about. If this is something that works for you, awesome, let me know. You gotta make sure that you're staying on top of the things, especially now during peak season, but if this organization is easier for you and it's less thought and less issue, then that's exactly what you need in order to keep progressing and becoming faster and doing this job better and making sure you're getting home before 8 o'clock at night. So this works for me. If it works for you, awesome. If not, stick with the old ways or find something else that works. And if you've got something different than this or what we trained you on originally, let us know, because we'll make a video with you too. You guys have a great day. We love you.